My name is Michael Turner, and I thought I understood what love meant. For 8 years, my wife Lena and I had what looked like the perfect marriage from the outside. We had a nice house, steady jobs, matching smiles and photos, and friends who called us the couple who had it all figured out. But lately, something had changed, little things at first. She stopped laughing at my jokes. She'd check her phone mid-conversation. The warmth in her eyes faded into something distant, polite, and cold. I tried to tell myself it was stress, or work, or maybe just the routine of life wearing us down. But deep down I knew. There's a kind of silence between two people that says more than words ever could. It's the silence of someone who's already left, just not physically yet. It started one evening in early spring. Lena was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone, smiling faintly, the kind of smile I hadn't seen directed at me in months. "Who's that?" I asked, half joking. "Just a meme," she said quickly, flipping the screen face down. I nodded, pretending not to notice the tiny panic in her voice. That's when I decided I had to know the truth. Not to argue, not to punish her, but to stop living in uncertainty. Over the next few weeks, I watched quietly. Late-night texts. Mysterious work calls. A sudden interest in going for a drive to clear her head. Then one afternoon, I saw it, a notification flash on her screen while she was in the shower. Just a name, Patrick, followed by a red heart emoji. My chest went cold. I didn't open it. I didn't need to. Sometimes the truth is already loud enough. That night, I waited until dinner was over. The air felt heavy, like the calm before a storm. She was talking about a new client project, her voice steady but detached. I looked across the table and asked softly, "Lena, do you love someone else?" She froze, fork halfway to her mouth. For a second, she blinked at me like she hadn't heard. Then she gave a small, forced laugh. "What? Who?" she said, smiling nervously. I met her eyes and said one word, "Patrick." And everything stopped. The smile fell from her face. The fork clattered onto the plate. She didn't even try to speak. The silence that followed was thick, unbearable, a silence that confirmed everything I needed to know. After a few seconds, she whispered, "How long have you known?" I said, "Long enough." She opened her mouth to explain, to reach for excuses that didn't exist, but I stood up before she could say another word. I didn't shout. I didn't throw things. I just said quietly, "You can stay here tonight. I'll be gone by morning." I went upstairs, packed a suitcase, and left the house before sunrise. For the next few days, I stayed at a small motel near the edge of town, the kind with humming neon lights and cheap coffee. It wasn't comfort I wanted, it was clarity. I contacted my lawyer, filed the paperwork, and began transferring my assets out of our shared accounts. I didn't touch her money or property. I didn't want revenge that way. I wanted peace and freedom. A week later, Lena called me. Her voice cracked when she said, "Michael, please. It wasn't serious. I didn't mean for it to happen." I said quietly, "Neither did I, but it did." She cried, asked for another chance, promised to end things with Patrick. But once trust breaks, it doesn't rebuild, it just pretends to. I told her I hoped she'd find what she was looking for and hung up. That was the last time we spoke. A year passed. I moved to a new city, opened my own design firm, and started over. Funny thing, the quiet I once feared became the peace I needed. One day, I ran into an old mutual friend who mentioned Lena and Patrick had broken up months after I left. She said Lena looked different now, older somehow, like the weight of her choices had finally settled. I just nodded. I wasn't angry anymore. I didn't need to be. That night, as I looked out over my apartment balcony, I thought about that dinner table moment, the one word that ended everything. Patrick. It had shattered the illusion, but it also freed me. Sometimes the end of one truth is just the beginning of your real life.